Hey you guys, welcome to Living It Country. Today we're gonna be in the kitchen again. Last week we finished our DIY shiplap install. So it was our very first real shiplap install. We're used to the peel and stick method. And today we're going to be tiling our backsplash for the very first time. So we've never done a backsplash install before. So we're really excited to share with you guys our process, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the kitchen and show you guys around and show you guys the backsplash that we picked. So you guys can kind of get a idea of how our kitchen layout works. I'm taking you guys through the front door, and when you walk to the left is our kids' playroom. Aria's playing Barbies. Hi! And right here, there she is. And right here, so this is supposed to be the dining room. I always tell you guys that.
This is a nice car.
It's a nice car. And right here we have a entryway. I gotta figure out what to do with that farmer's market sign. I think I'm gonna put it in here. But you've got an entryway right here into the kitchen, but you also have it right when you walk in right here. So it's very open concept. So right here we have our DIY shiplap that we installed. I tried to help as much as I could. There's hubby. But we did this last week, and I'll put a link down below so you guys can check out how we did this. Our walls, the edges of our walls, we have the curved feel to it, and so we had to find a creative way to kind of accomplish this look, right? So here is our little open concept kitchen. I'm gonna take you guys in, and hubby is gonna show you guys the subway tile backsplash that we picked. So it's right there. So we decided to go with, what do you call it when it comes in a piece like that? A slab?
No, I forgot. It's on the box though.
It's on the box. But it's called, I don't know, but it comes in this huge box, and you buy these pieces, buy the piece like this, and it costs $2.98 a piece at Home Depot. So we're gonna be using that subway tile, and I believe it's is it a 2x4, sweetie? I think it is. 2x4. So we are gonna do a bright white grout, because I think that'll clean it up, since we do have really dark sage green distressed cabinet. I'm gonna show you guys up close look. So it's got a distressed look. We have our coffee station that I've got to take everything off of the countertops, so that way we can get to work. But we're gonna do the tile right here behind the coffee bar. We just got this Nespresso so we can make coffee from home. So we're gonna do it all around here. And then there's Spider Girl again. And then we're gonna do it right back here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. You have a tail?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Definitely tail.
Oh, cute! Let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna start removing other stuff from the countertop. Jason is changing the blade so that we can get a crisp edge. We're also watching Impractical Jokers. Jason's making a DIY sawdust catcher, right?
I don't know. I've never used this before, so I don't know if it's gonna fling anything or not. So I guess we'll find out. And I don't feel like having to run outside every single time we do a simple cut.
So Jason just got back from Home Depot and he picked up this small little tile cutter. The cutter that we had, what was it, a saw that we had for
just
tile?
Not good for indoor use stuff.
It wasn't good for indoor use and it was leaking everywhere. So he picked this up, I think.
That's a good.
Yeah, I think it was like 20 bucks. And we're hoping that this will be a good fit. Since hopefully we'll be doing some more tile in our master bathroom, excuse me. And then if we ever decide to build more homes, which I hope, one day we hope. So let's see how this goes. I'm getting in Jason's bubble right now. The sound of it, sounds like frosting. I better say that quietly because it was just Halloween, and you know the word frosting might get the kids wanting candy. I don't think Jason has a technique yet.
No, first time ever doing this.
First time ever.
It makes it difficult when it's in a little spot too.
I wonder if we continue to say first time ever, if YouTube will rank us for first time ever. First time ever. First time ever. Let's see over here. And we are using, let's see what we're using. The thin set mortar, white blanco. And we're not gonna go all the way down because obviously the oven hides it. So we are just gonna be doing the areas that we need to.
Spreading the stuff is a lot different than what I was
Thinking it would be.
researching, I guess you would say.
Are you nervous?
I mean, if I need to, I can just rip it right off. Yeah, like I said, with the cabinets on, it's I don't know. This feels almost kind of dried out.
Dried out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have anything to really compare it against.
Hi, buddy. Thank you. What is it? Is it my granolas? Is it your granolas? Bye-bye. Bye, baby.
So, I'm gonna put my little spacers down here. Let's get that cleaned up first.
Get some paper towels.
All right, you guys, well, it is now 6:30 and I just finished this side of the wall. And I will say this was probably one of the most difficult projects that I have done because I've never done anything like this in regards to mortar or just any kind of tile whatsoever. So this was my first time actually getting my hands dirty with it. So this is what the final product actually looks like. Everything came out square and even, which was really nice. And really the only issue that I had is in this left-hand corner. You can see how much of a gap I have right here. And when we were laying it out, it seemed like it wasn't gonna do that. So we have these little trim pieces, which we're gonna, well, that doesn't look too good. Everything's falling out. So basically we're gonna, whatever. Well, you can kind of see okay, you get the point. We're gonna throw those in the corner just to kind of clean it up, just because it's too much of a gap. And that was really the biggest issue that I dealt with. I had a lot of problems with the saw. The other one, first time using the saw, so I had a bunch of water spraying up, and when it would get close to cutting the very end of the piece, it would chip it. This thing is just an overall pain in the butt. Don't really care for it. And I don't know if it was because it was the cheaper version, because I figured I was probably gonna be using more of the other power saw rather than this one. But anyways, that is it. So looks really good, and at least to what I know, my knowledge, when it comes to tile. So I'm kind of debating whether or not if I want to continue or not. Pretty exhausted, but I think we'll kind of push on a little bit. And I think I might go for underneath the countertop rather than this big section, because I'm not sure how I'm going to finish my corners. Anyways, let's keep going. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
So it's the next day, and Jason is just starting the grouting for under here. We have not yet accomplished, we did a little bit there, but look at this. Look what has happened within a day. But here we go. So the left side is what it looks like without grout, and the right side is with it, and I'm absolutely loving it. We went with the bright white. Jason is just covering his tool. What kind of tool are you using?
I forget what this is called.
And he's just applying it like super thick makeup.
So we're using the pre-mix stuff, save a little bit of time. But the one thing that's with the stuff that I'm using, it feels like it's so dry. That's why I have my pile down here on the floor. Just everything is just dropping. So I don't know what it is with the pre-mix stuff, at least that I've gotten. Either it's really old stuff that's been sitting on the shelf for a while.
Oh, it sure smells good.
But yeah, it's a little bit harder to smooth
And then
out.
he just takes his sponge once he covers all the area with his bucket of water. He spreads it, and this will need 24 hours, I think, to completely dry.
We do have our power off for the outlets. Like I said, the microwave's on a different circuit, so that's nice, because then we were able to have some light under here.
Here's an up close look at what it looks like. Looks awful. And then it's gonna turn good looking by Jason. How long do you let it sit like that before you wipe it off?
Don't wait too long.
He does not wait too long. Hey you guys, I'm in my PJs, and I wanted to show you guys the progress that has happened in our kitchen. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys. So right here, I showed you guys a little earlier that the right side was complete and the left side wasn't. So this is a look to what the subway, the 2x4 subway tile looks like with the mortar on. We went with the bright white. I'll show you guys in a second. But Jason is now working. It's really late at night, it's 7 o'clock. He's working on the top half of that, and then he started doing around the bar area. So he's gonna do all around here. Started working on the tree back there. It's kind of hard to see. We've got all of our tools out. So, excuse me, not the mortar. He put in the grout. That's what it's called, right, babe? The mortar's what you put on first, and then the grout is, yeah, I was mistaken. So this is the thin set mortar. We used the pre-mixed, and then the pre-mixed grout in the bright white. We thought that that would make a pop of brightness, because our walls are actually like a light, like it's a white, but it's an off-white with a tinted green. So anything you want to say, babe?
Jason's
been working really hard.
I've been working. So the one thing I noticed about this stuff that I've been using, the mortar and also the grout, is that this is the pre-mixed stuff. It seems like it's the equivalent of like semi-dry sand, kind of building a sandcastle. So it's a little bit more difficult to spread. It's not like I would say it's not like peanut butter. It's more like a dry, sandy peanut butter. So one thing I learned was just getting either a little, there's a Martin trowel. So, okay, so a trowel or a little, sorry, my brain is like so, I'm so tired, I can't even think of the tools. But anyways, just getting that and just kind of lightly spreading it onto the wall first and then just applying it rather than using the other normal tools that you usually do, such as this guy right here. Like I said, I can't remember all the names of all these things. Notch trowel, okay. So instead of just doing the notches and stuff like that, I've just been putting a nice thin layer of my mortar on first with my little trowel right here. Yay, I got it right. Anyways, da-da-da-da. So,
For your first time, do you feel like you're doing really well?
it's getting there.
It's getting there?
So, yeah, there's...
So when we have to do this for
So this
our
is
little
one of the-
house, will you do it?
Yeah, I'll do that. So this is one of the benefits. Our boxes right here that we have all along this. My electrician that installed them, he installed these boxes to where, as you can see, there's a screw right here where they can pop out and pop in, so that we can make it so it sits flush. As you guys can see that I did right there.
Okay, you guys. So I want to share with you guys the final results. Our kitchen honestly looks dramatically different and so much more finished. So I'm going to take you in. It's much cleaner than last time you saw it. So there is the bright white subway tile. Here's a close look at it. And like Jason said earlier, we used these to clean up the edges. And it looks really, really nice. If you go right over here, we did the same thing. This is like our coffee bar area. And it definitely makes the kitchen look more like a kitchen with the tile here. If you guys look around, you will see most of our house is just sheetrock. So there's not much character yet. And so this just adds a little bit more. So we did that all the way around here. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. And my favorite part is it right around the farmhouse sink. So we're really happy with how Jason did this. At first, we were going to have me actually be way more involved. And when I mean way more involved, I mean actually involved. But we decided to have Jason do this one and me watch. And then I'm going to do the bathroom. So here's another glance. There's the kids' playroom back there. Here's another glance at the subway tile. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is Jason's first attempt. This is the first time he's ever done any subway tile, any tile at all. And so I think he did a really great job, and I absolutely love it. So thank you guys so much for watching Living It Country today, and I will see you guys later. Bye.